Hello everyone. Now that you've watched the instructor introduction video, I'd like to take you on a course tour. This course is laid out in Moodle into different sections. Our first section is the Start Here section. Following that, content in the course will start with sections 1 all the way through 6 for the first half of the class. After section 6, you'll be expected to take a midterm examination. The second half of the class will start with section 7, moving all the way through section 12, and then you'll find sections for the course paper, which is due at the end of the term on the last day of classes, and then the final exam to be taken during exam week. Turning our attention back to the beginning of the course, in the Start Here section, there are some items that need your attention. First, I've laid out how to get started in the course and some important dates. These important dates are also listed on the course syllabus, which are in the Start Here section. If we click on the syllabus, it'll take us to all of the policies that you need to understand for completing this course successfully. And I'd like to take a moment just to walk through the syllabus block by block. So first, you have my contact information: email, office hours, where my physical office is located, how to contact me via Skype and telephone. A special note here, I prefer email, and if you do contact me via email, it'll come to my mobile phone, and I will respond back within 24 hours during the work week. The weekends may take it a little time longer depending upon my travel schedule. If you've not heard back from me in a day, please send another message. I will not get upset if you send me repeated messages as long as you wait a day for me to respond. The next blocks on the syllabus are the course catalog description. This is a class that pays attention to the application of statistical analysis in both the political and social sciences. Particular attention will be paid to the use of quantitative methods in the study of public opinion, voting behavior, public policy, and other subject areas. The topics that we'll cover include measurement theory, measures of central tendency, dispersion, probability, sampling distributions, correlation, hypothesis testing in both bivariate and multivariate models. The course's student learning outcomes is that you'll demonstrate an understanding of basic concepts of probability and statistics. You'll be able to generate descriptive and inferential statistics and interpret statistical information to answer research questions. My instructional objectives are to introduce the skills necessary to participate in the quantitative study of social sciences and allow you to effectively communicate the results of your analysis. Currently, this class fits into the core curriculum goal number 2, knowledge of mathematical concepts. In that, you'll demonstrate knowledge of fundamental mathematical concepts, you'll demonstrate the ability to use quantitative skills and to solve problems, and you'll demonstrate the ability to understand and apply mathematical concepts. Finally, you'll demonstrate the ability to use logical and abstract thought and reasoning for problem solving. These are the student learning outcomes and the core curriculum goals for this class. Now, this is an online class, and as such, will be conducted primarily through Moodle, which you're using right now. We can meet live if you're out of town through Skype, but in order to take this course, you have to have access, reliable access to the internet, and be able to use the Moodle site. Everything for the course will be conducted through Moodle. There are resources available for students to get training in Moodle, and staff members that will be able to answer your questions about access in, let's see, I'll need to edit this out right about now. Okay, there are staff members available to answer your questions about using Moodle. Occasionally, Moodle will open up a new window on your in your screen, such as, let's click on this one. I clicked on the link for an introductory statistics textbook, and it opened up a new tab in my browser. Make sure that you turn off pop-up blockers and allow Moodle to have access to your browser. I want to warn you that at times Moodle could be frustrating, but also with a distance learning class, you also run into the problem that you need to self-motivate and you need to complete tasks on time. This is a course that, due to its subject matter, cannot be completed in a very short period of time. Each of the sections builds upon the previous section. You will need to pace yourself through the class as you would during the semester. There are also deadlines for each section. If you do not complete the weekly deadlines, you will receive a 0 for the assignment. I've organized the class in a way that'll prevent you from falling too far behind. As a student at Coastal Carolina University, you have a number of responsibilities. The overriding one is the Student Code of Conduct. The Code of Conduct can be found in the Start Here section. I'll click on it to pop it up. In this Code of Student Conduct, it outlines your rights and responsibilities. Here are your rights of the accused, and more importantly for us, the Academic Integrity Code. The Academic Integrity Code describes our expectations of faculty members, students, and staff, and how they'll conduct themselves in the classroom setting. Particularly, the Prohibited Conduct section outlines examples of plagiarism, cheating, lying, and forgery. Please make sure that all of the work that you turn in this class is your own. If you have any questions about what is acceptable conduct, you should contact me immediately. I want to highlight that any academic integrity incidents that arise in this course will result in an FX grade for the class. The FX grade is a failing grade, and the X prohibits you from using course repeat forgiveness to replace this grade in your institutional GPA. In addition to following the Code of Conduct, students should be respectful to one another and to their instructor in any exchanges on forums or via email. If you are experiencing any harassment from another student, please contact your instructor immediately. It is my responsibility to make sure that I am available to you so that I can answer any questions or concerns that you have about the class. If for some reason I'm not able to make my regular office hours, I will alert the class via email. I also will make a pledge to grade all assignments within 1 week of receipt. I'll do my best to meet your expectations, and if they're not being met, I welcome your feedback. The next section of the syllabus outlines how your grade is going to be determined in this course. There are 12 sections, and each section has an exercise. Those 12 section exercises are worth approximately half of your grade. You'll also take a midterm exam, you'll complete a course paper, and you'll complete a course final exam. I want to highlight that late assignments will not be accepted. You must keep up with the assignment schedule in order to progress through this class. My grading scale is the typical A through F scale with pluses. As an introductory level course, midterm grades will be issued in the course. These are unofficial grades. I'm not allowed to give a plus option. They are not an indication of a grade that you will earn, but they are an indication of the grade that you are on track to earn. If your behavior changes, you may receive a lower grade or a higher grade. Okay. This section just explains where your grade will come from. Again, the first set of section exercises will be due before the midterm exam. The second section will be due before the final exam. I will give 2 exams in the course, the midterm and the final. These are not open booked, and they will be timed exercises. You'll be expected to complete a course paper, a brief paper of about 8 pages where you demonstrate your ability to use statistics to test a hypothesis and generate results in a conclusion from those analyses. A late policy one more time. No late assignments will be accepted. Please contact me immediately if you're having problems with computers. I have here a copy of the university's attendance policy. Typically, in-person classes, you are required to attend at least 75%, and therefore you're allowed to miss 25% of classes. Since we're not meeting regularly in an in-person setting, online, we take that policy to mean that you will complete at least 75% of the assignments in the class. If you need to miss a deadline due to representing the university in any athletic or academic context, or any other traditionally excused absence, please contact me immediately. Here on the syllabus, I have a number of links for student support. If you have an accommodation history, such as extended time, instructor's notes, please make sure that you contact me about your accommodations. And if you are new to Coastal and are aware of this, you can contact the Office of Accessibility and Disability Services for assistance in obtaining accommodations. I also have links here to the Learning Assistance Center, the Kimball Library website, counseling services, a link to technical support from Student Computing Services if you're having issues with your personal computer, also a list of on-campus help desks if you'd like to visit them in person, or a help form, and then university links to the registrar, financial aid, student activities, the dean of the student's office, and the Office of Academic Integrity. I want to take a moment to highlight the Learning Assistance Center, and specifically the Learning Assistance Center has a Mathematics Learning Center. I've placed this link in the Start Here folder as well. The Mathematics Learning Center will allow you to walk in and speak with a student tutor about any questions you have with assignments or homeworks. It is okay for you to attend the Mathematics Learning Center for assistance. Also, I want to remind you that you can contact me for assistance. The final section in the course syllabus outlines a suggested schedule. Again, we have important dates, and then you'll notice that if this were a traditional semester, the class is laid out on a weekly schedule. I have here the first week of class being the week for you to get accommodated to the course. You would complete the Start Here section in Moodle, and you would read this syllabus. Section 1 would start the second week of class. You should read Chapter 1 of Tikkunda and also complete Section 1 in Moodle. The midterm exam, spring break is outlined, when the course paper is due, and when the final exam is due. This is, again, is a suggested course schedule. The add-drop period for spring 2017 ends on Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time by January 15th. By this time, you should have completed the attendance confirmation questionnaire. If you do not complete the questionnaire, then you will be considered absent, with my fingers making scary air quotes, and you may be dropped from the course. The next deadline is the midterm. The midterm exam will close on Friday, just before midnight, on March 3rd. Your course paper will be due on the final day of classes, which is Wednesday, April 26th, again, almost at midnight. You'll upload your paper via the Turnitin link in the course paper section. And the final exam will be available on Moodle, and it will close on Thursday, May 4th, almost at midnight. That's us walking through the syllabus. Going back to the Start Here section, in addition to the syllabus, I want to show you a couple of other links. The Contacting Me section lists all of the ways in which you can contact me via email, my office hours, telephone, voicemail, where my office is, what times I'm there, my Skype contact. In addition to the Contacting Me link, I've also provided you with a link to student resources of the course textbook by Takunda. The Takunda website has a number of options for you. Looking at chapter 2, we can see that it has an action plan, learning objectives, flashcards, web resources, links to video. Also in that Start Here section, again, the link to the Math Learning Center. I've included a link to a free statistics textbook. One of the things that I've learned with statistics is that it's great to have a library of resources so that if one book is missing something or doesn't explain it quite well, I can grab another textbook to look up the same topic and to see if the example used in that book is any better. This link to the OpenStax project is a free statistics textbook. Again, I prefer that you use the Takunda book, and it has been assigned and available at the bookstore, but it does not hurt to have additional resources. Again, a link to the Academic Integrity Code, and then finally, in the Start Here and Important Information section, I've created a forum for students to ask any question about anything. I'll be sure to check the forum daily, and you as a student should check it as well to see if your classmates are asking questions. Now that we've covered the Start Here and Important Information section, I just want to briefly talk about each individual content section. Each content section contains at least 4 pieces of material for you to examine. The first is the section introduction. In the section introduction, I explain what the reading is, what some student learning outcomes for that section are, and provide you another link to the textbook student resources section and remind you of extra help file in this section. The extra help file in the course section contains a set of links to videos and web pages about some of the content from the section. The main method of delivery for this class is going to be the course videos. Now these videos were recorded by me. They are YouTube videos. They are closed captioned for those of you that like captions. I have to give you a slight warning. The captions need to be edited, so they might help you with a word, but they could also have a very strange caption to it. I'm sure you've experienced that before watching television. You should watch each video in the section. So you have the section introduction, the videos, extra help, you have your textbook and the chapter that you're supposed to read, and then when you've completed that section and you're ready to move on, you should complete the first exercise for that section. That section exercise is graded. Once you've completed the exercise, move on to the next section, and so on and so forth. Like most classes in Moodle, there's a navigation section over here on this side of the page, and you can use it as sort of a table of contents to move within a section without having to continuously go back to the beginning. This has been a somewhat brief introduction to how the class will operate on Moodle. Again, I ask you to contact me if you have any questions at all, and I look forward to working with you this semester.